Radio hosts Opie and Anthony trying to ease over the anger on some of the sick jokes they made on the show this week, as if it's something new that Opie and Anthony use sick jokes. The duo is apologizing for talking about raping Secretary of State Condoleezza Rice. They did not do that, by the way. The XM satellite radio segment featured a guest they call Homeless Charlie. Here's a bit of it.
Condoleezza Rice? Condoleezza Rice. Yeah. Oh, look, she needs the...
I just imagine the horror in Condoleezza Rice's face
when she realizes what's going on.
As you were just like holding her down and her.
Punch her all in the face. Shut up.
That's exactly what I meant.
Just, and George Bush wife? Oh, death.
Whatever. The show continued with similar talk about the First Lady and the Queen of England. Now Opie and Anthony say they're sorry. Will that keep them out of trouble? Judge Andrew Napolitano, our senior judicial analyst. You know, there's some truth in labeling.
There is truth in labeling.
How do they label themselves?
They label themselves on the website of XM, which is their broadcaster, or not their broadcaster, their satellite company.
Yes,
as
their transmitter, whatever.
Uncut, uncensored, and totally filthy. So you know exactly what you're going to get. Here's how it went down. They give their broadcast in the CBS building on 57th Street, which is a relatively clean broadcast.
Terrestrial radio.
To 25 terrestrial stations throughout the country. They then finish that and walk across the street to where XM is located.
Right.
In the process of walking across the street, they grab a homeless guy.
Nice.
They tell him they're Opie and Anthony. He says, "Who the hell are you?" They say, "We'll put you on the air." They bring him inside. They put him on the air, and he starts with this stuff about raping Condoleezza Rice. They egg him on. He goes to Laura Bush. They egg him on again. He goes to the Queen. He drops his microphone. That's the end of it. It lasts about 45 seconds.
Now, XM has a statement, and when apparently we have it, and we're going to put it up on the screen there so I can read it while you read it, because I don't have it, and we have to put it up for me to read it. We take very seriously the responsibility that comes with our creative freedom and regret any damage that this segment has caused. I guess we bleeped out the word damaged. Come on, XM. That's a load of it. XM is just, oh, people are all upset today. They devolved, a lot of people are all mad. Look, this is satellite radio.
XM is not regulated by the FCC or by any governmental entity. It's the equivalent of a private conversation that we might have off air in a public place on a sidewalk. So even though what they said is offensive and disgusting, it's perfectly lawful, protected speech.
You pay for this service. You can listen to it or not listen to it. Right. And the thought police do not get involved. There is no FCC over that. You want to change that? You want the government controlling everything about what we say all over the place? Then you go right ahead. But right now, the rule is, shut up. It's Opie and Anthony. What the heck do you expect?
It would take an act of Congress and a serious First Amendment challenge before the Supreme Court before the government could regulate this kind of speech.
And if that sort of thing starts to happen in this country,
they'll regulate everything.
We are finished.
Absolutely.
We are finished. Now, disgusting?
They admit they're disgusting.
They're
that's
absolutely
what they advertise,
disgusting.
and that's what you certainly get when you turn on that station.
And that's apparently what people who go to that want to listen to. They want to listen to disgusting.
Correct.
Newsflash, there's a lot of disgusting stuff on these radio channels that are not over the free airwaves. In theory, we own the public airwaves. The public airwaves are to operate in the public interest, convenience, and necessity. PICON.
Right.
That's the law. But it doesn't apply to satellite.
Doesn't apply to satellite, doesn't apply to cable.
Now, if you don't want to watch it, you want to scream about it, you want to go pick it at XM, that's cool.
You can pick it at XM.
But shut up with Opie and Anthony.
Watch another channel.
Yeah, listen to something else.
Right.
Leave Opie and Anthony alone. If they get too gross and people don't want to watch and people pick at XM and it becomes a business decision, XM will put out a silly statement like they did today. Oh, we're sorry that our disgusting people were disgusting today.
They cost CBS $357,000. That was the second largest fine in the FCC's history. And then they did the right thing. They cleaned up their act on CBS.
Yes.
And went to satellite radio where they can be as filthy as they want and the government can't touch them.
Next thing you know, they'll be walking in your house as you're, cursing at yourself and telling you can't do that. That was a stupid example, as usual.
Well, no, there are some thought police that would like to be able to do that.
There are a lot of thought police out there, and they exist in other countries and other times. They don't exist here.
Thank God.
In theory.
Yes.
In theory, Judge. Watch them for us.
I will.
Thank you.
Have a great weekend, Chef.
Thank you. I'm expecting emails now.
You'll get
like for me to follow. I don't listen to it. I don't want to listen to it. Now, coming up from Studio B, now more of this. sex, language, violence, and now no smoking. What's next, Judge?
Great to speculate as to what's next.
This is the movies. They're like, we're going to make it R ratings if they're smoking in there. I mean, when does it begin that you have a yodel on there, which is very bad for you? If you eat a yodel in the movies, you're rated R.
I don't want the government to let us make our own choices.
Leave us alone! Anyway, we'll come up with that PR stunt in the R movies coming up in a minute.